I've been painting an awful lot lately, and I love it. It's just I have to have a creative outlet.
Do you have a specialty?
I would probably say landscapes, although I've probably sold as many abstracts as I have landscapes. And it's comedy and art are very, very similar.
Yes.
In that my daughter likes to tell me, she goes, "You're really good at stuff that's incredibly difficult to get paid for."
Yeah.
And I it's funny, I still consider my second slash mark comedian, but I've made more selling art than I ever have as a comedian.
I think partially because I think being a comedian is one of the most underappreciated and disrespected art forms there is. Because
I would agree.
Everybody thinks, oh, I'm funny. I can be fucking funny. I make people laugh at the office. But people look at a portrait or a painting and they know, oh, I could never do that.
Right.
I'm no good at that.
Right.
But they think, I could tell jokes, so what the fuck do they do? You know?
Yeah, it's people, it's almost like, I heard a debate the other day over who has done more, who was the more, what did they say? Who changed the landscape of the NBA more, Michael Jordan or Steph Curry?
Okay.
Now, the argument was Steph Curry because he's a normal-looking dude. He's 6 foot tall, skinny, but people have the perception that if I go to the gym and I shoot 1,000 shots a day, I can be the next Steph Curry.
Okay.
You know, like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, 6'6" and 6'8". LeBron James is built like a tight end.
Yeah.
Those guys they're incredible, and they are probably on the very short list of greatest of all time.
I'll give you that.
If not Jordan being number one, I would say. But they had certain attributes that a regular Joe can't.
Can I push back on this a little bit?
Sure.
I'll give you that. Curry looks normal in comparison. However, though, his father was a professional NBA player.
Sure.
His brother is a professional NBA player. He's got a high level. It's not like just a normal guy going out there. And I'm not saying you're wrong.
Right.
Because I feel like it's generational.
Sure.
One of those things. I will say I think Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. Mm-hmm. However, I feel like I don't think he changed like the perception, because in his day there were superstars everywhere.
Sure.
They were everywhere, and for him to rise head and shoulders above the rest, it was what I think is impressive.
Yeah.
Obviously, LeBron James, there's a lot of talk there. Number 3, 4, 5. He's top 10 of all time, I would think. I would say, you can argue that, and people say flopped, or he's 3-13 or whatever. How many championships do you have?
Right.
Talking shit on LeBron James.
I love people. The same thing with like people who are one-hit wonders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many hits do you have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That may be one hit, but they sold 1 million of them.
There was a comic on Facebook that, and I'm not mad at him for this, and I won't bring his name up, but it was a while ago, and he talked about how easy it is what Jeff Dunham and Gabriel Iglesias do, and how easy it is for them to do it because it's such an easy thing, and he's trying to do something that's so much harder.
Oh my
and
God.
I couldn't comment or anything because I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid?
I love the people who are like, the audience did get me. I'm too edgy.
Oh.
No, you're an idiot. They got you. They know exactly who you are.
I go off on the edgelords all the time. Karl, one more thing, I guess, before we get out of here. I usually ask the guest for a piece of advice to the listeners. It doesn't have to be about comedy or art or chefistry is the word I'll create right now. But just a piece of advice that you think would benefit the listeners.
I have lived a lot of my life following my heart and not my head. I've moved for following my heart. I would say that don't allow your logical mind to block something that your heart really wants. I love doing comedy. I love cooking. I love to paint. Especially now that I've kind of backed off from being a chef. Comedy and painting aren't really paying the bills. But it's something that I know that I need to do. And if you have something, especially if it's something that doesn't hurt anybody, even if your friends don't understand it, or you're not going to be rich and famous, or if it's something that makes your heart happy, pursue it. Just do it. And again, if the thing that makes your heart happy is murdering people, well, seek help. But if it's something that makes you happy, then pursue it.
That's beautiful advice. And real quick, before we get out of here, promo yourself. Where can people find you on social media?
I am on Instagram as at Sunbear Creative. That's my catch-all for all the art, food, comedy. And I also have a Facebook page on. I don't do anything on Twitter.
Neither do I.
I don't think that I have anything that's quippy enough on a day-to-day basis that I post there.
I got nothing for Twitter.
Yeah, somebody asked me if I was ever on TikTok. I was like, I'm 56 years old. TikTok is the sound that the 60 Minutes thing makes.
I feel like I should be on there. I just need to get motivated. But these kids, man, they'll tear you apart, and I don't just got time for it.
And again, like I said, I'm 56. You said I don't seem ornery, but once you get to a certain age, and you're rapidly approaching that, Jay Smith.
Yeah, I never stopped being ornery.
Well, that's true. That's true. But
I'm so full of shit, Carl.
The general horse shit that goes on at a lot of that stuff, you just don't have tolerance or time for it anymore.
Yeah.
I could, if I'm sitting there looking at a bunch of cliques, sitting there just gossiping like old fishwives, I'm thinking I could be in my pajamas having a cocktail at home.
I was telling a former guest, I don't remember who, but I was telling I don't even look at my analytics. Because it doesn't matter. Because I'm going to still come and do this show because I love it. I don't know who's listening. I don't know how many people are listening.
You're following your heart.
I'm following my heart. So that was great advice. Carl, thank you so much for coming in.
Absolutely, Johnny.
Absolute pleasure. Learned a lot about you. Did not love all of it, man. Guys, make sure you check him out. Hilarious dude. And I mean that. First time I saw you on stage, I thought, okay, this guy's funny. So check him out. Eat something, maybe. I don't know. Buy some art. Definitely going to buy some art in the future. I like to buy art off my guests. So
that's awesome.
In the next couple months, I'll be reaching out to you, and we'll have something to put in the home studio.
Awesome. You better start checking your analytics because you can't afford it.
Yeah, that's hey.
And don't think just because your producer is professional wrestler size, you're going to get a discount for that.
He's going to be the champ soon. You guys just watch. Yeah, I don't know. I guess to my listeners, thanks, Mom and my brother. I don't know. But until next time, guys, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about us. Peace and love.